news coming out of the crazy state of Oregon that they're going to spend an absurd amount of money on illegals getting health care. There is a program in Oregon that they are on track. This is from the Gateway Pundit, on track to spend $500 million more on a public healthcare program that includes free healthcare for illegal immigrants. And interestingly enough, they're going to spend more money on this program than they do on their own state police, which is why you're seeing B-roll of state police in the state of Oregon. According to state reports, the Healthier Oregon program, or HOP for short, has a current budget set at $1.3 billion that they are spending on healthcare. Again, that includes illegal immigrants. Now, why they don't just boot the illegals off is beyond me. But again, Oregon, like California, is the place where sanity goes to die, apparently. Now, interestingly enough, this program was launched in 2022, but since 2022, hold on to your seats again, guys. We're going to go in for another crazy statistic that you're going to be like, oh my gosh, how could this have happened? Since 2022, this program has seen a rise of 1,100% in cost since its launch. So, in less than 3 years, the program cost has overrun its initial set budget by 1,000%, and that's rounding down. It's 1,100%. Which is what caused it to balloon up to $1.3 billion for a program that, again, includes illegals. Why is that the hill that libs want to die on, of like, we will get health care for these people that have broken into the country and are living here illegally and don't pay the taxes that we have to pay, but we want to support them anyway because not doing so would be mean, I guess, but also we don't want to send them back to their own country where they could prosper there if they so choose. We instead want to use our taxpayer money to give them free stuff that we, the taxpayer, have to pay for but don't get ourselves. Long-winded rant there. Meanwhile, the Oregon State Police has a budget of just $717 million per year. In other words, almost half is what they spend on the police force in Oregon, which may explain why Portland is such a peaceful city. They have enough police there that nobody ever riots. There are never any fireworks. There are never any smoke grenades. Nothing ever bad happens in Portland. And that is because the budget of the state police in Oregon is so overwhelmingly high, even though it's half the cost of the healthcare program that, again, covers illegals. Like I said, where sanity goes to die are places like California and Oregon, and the end does not appear to be in sight. Now, the good news here is eventually, like we've said a number of times on this show, reality bats last. At a certain point, Oregon will run out of money. Then they'll start borrowing money if they haven't already. And once that happens, it's only a matter of time before people stop lending Oregon money. The state stops getting money. I believe that California and Illinois are in a race to the bottom with their finances, because I unfortunately think that the federal government will probably bail out the first state to actually declare bankruptcy, but they're not going to do it twice. They're going to be like, hey, get a hold of yourselves. This is out of control. It's not worth bailing a state out of bankruptcy. Like I said, I think California and Illinois are in a race to the bottom. Oregon is vying for third place, which unfortunately for them is not going to bode well, especially because of all of the unfunded liabilities that befall the state, but a different conversation for a different time. Bottom line here is this program that started 3 years ago has now increased over 1,000% of its original stated budget, which puts it at almost double what the state is spending on their own police, which is nuts.